King Charles once more took a position that Prince William rejects. Prince William has never been photographed wearing a kilt as an adult, in contrast to King Charles, who appears to have no problem donning one, especially when visiting Scotland. Welcome to Royal Pancakes. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notifications bell, so you don't miss anything about the British royal family. King Charles recently visited Balmoral, and his decision to dress in traditional Scottish garb demonstrated how much he loves his Scottish heritage. Charles proudly wore a kilt, which he frequently do when visiting the area, while taking part in a special whisky distillery tour. Prince William, on the other hand, is not as fond of wearing tartan clothing. Although he has a number of Scottish titles, William has never been seen as an adult wearing a kilt, which has raised questions about why he dislikes this representation of Scottish tradition. Indulging in his passion for whisky, Charles recently enjoyed a unique distillery tour. Charles went on the outing as he prepared to spend his first summer at Balmoral as the monarch. His Majesty travelled to John O'Groats, Scotland's most northerly mainland whisky distillery, which is close to Caithness and the Castle of May, destinations he was familiar with from prior vacations. Express claims that Charles showed up at the scene wearing his preferred kilt and traditional Scottish clothing. He added an umbrella as an accessory to his clothing to protect him from the typical British summer drizzle. Charles socialized with nearby vendors and customers after touring the Eight Doors distillery and sampling some of their excellent creations. Charles has already been to the distillery once, so this is nothing new. Charles visited the Wolfburn distillery in 2019 when he was still the Prince of Wales. He delighted in trying out their selection of whiskies while wearing a dapper green and blue tartan kilt. Charles has a deep connection to his Scottish heritage and frequently wears a kilt when visiting the country. His son William, on the other hand, isn't as enthusiastic about the traditional Scottish outfit. He wore tartan as a child, but as an adult, he has chosen not to dress in a kilt. The owner of Campbell's of Bewley and the King's Tailor in Scotland, John Sugden, expressed his desire to create kilt clothing for the Prince of Wales. "We would be honoured to make the Prince of Wales a kilt and jacket. It would preserve a tradition and, given that he is Lord of the Isles, it would be the ideal platform for popularising the traditional Highland dress, especially among younger generations," he said. William has several Scottish titles in addition to the title of Prince of Wales. Names like the Duke of Rothesay, Earl of Carrick, Baron of Renfrew, Lord of the Isles, and Prince and Great Steward of Scotland fall under this category. Even though Prince William won't wear a kilt, some might argue that it's appropriate to highlight his ties to Scotland a little more. Even though he might have chosen to do so in private, William has interestingly never worn a kilt as an adult. If William wore a kilt in public even once, he might dispel the criticisms that have been levelled at him. William dislikes wearing kilts, but it's unclear why. He has worn distinctive clothing before. During royal occasions, he frequently appears in ornate attire. On the other hand, Scotland has a special affection for the traditional Scottish attire, which consists of a tartan kilt. When attending weddings and other ceremonies, people frequently proudly don the attire.